Aufwärts, das Schwert machen wir mal wissen.
The kind of man you'd send to the frontier.
Ich kann es auch nicht erstellen, warte. Okay.
You seem much better suited to it.
Ja, war hier schon. Okay. Kann ich was mit dir reden?
You know, for most people, getting sent to the living lands is a punishment. But, according to Steenrick, you're the personal envoy of the Emperor of Adir himself. Quite a position. You must have gone through one of Adir's famous academies. I can't imagine you had time for much other than...
Ich habe jetzt als Gelehrter geantwortet.
Tell me, is this your first time getting dirt under your fingernails?
Ich nehme das erste.
Advice, then. Practical application in the living lands usually involves a dagger, or bow, or baking mold, if that's all you have on hand. Don't ask. What I really want to know, since hard questions are your specialty, is why the Emperor would send his best scholar all the way to the living lands.
Ich nehme mal das erste.
Almost does sound like a punishment. I don't know how you investigate a so-called plague of the soul, so better you than me. Being a godlike, I don't suppose your patron gives you any unique insights into matters of the soul, do they? I thought every godlike knew their god. That's one of the stranger things.
Ich habe mal das erste genommen. Das
That's saying something.
klingt für mich plausibel.
These are unusual times. Now that we've seen the Dream Scourge, I understand what the fuss is about. Refugees are flooding in from outlying regions. The guards are restricting access to the city. And people are making offerings.
Okay, ich habe gerade nur mal eben einen Schluck getrunken.
From hangovers to indigestion, just in case.
Okay, was haben wir da? Ja, Freunde, die Menschen bringen den größten Opfergaben für alles da, Kartet bis zum Verdauungsstoff, nur für alle Fälle. Ich habe gesehen, wie schlimm es ist. Ich nehme erstmal das unter.
Not much. It's hard to separate fact from rumor. I've heard it changes people, makes them confused, disoriented, and eventually violent. No one seems to know exactly how.
So.
Confidence, just be careful how you express it. Unfortunately, the presence of so many Adiran troops and the rumored exploits of the Steel-Garrote paladins supporting them is only making a tense situation worse. I think that's why the Clavenger accompanied your ambassador.
Ich glaube, dass der Grund, warum der Schlüsselmeister euren Botschafter begleitet hat, die spannende Anspannung. Wir stellen fremde Truppen sind jetzt seltsam ein. Ich habe gehört, dass das Land ich habe gehört, dass das Land der Lebenden sei ein gesetzloses Grenzgebiet. Es braucht ein wenig Ordnung und Stabilität. Warum warst du überhaupt auf der Suche nach dem Stein? Das ist eine gute Frage.
I was in rough shape when I came to Paradise a few years back.
Das ist eine sehr gute Frage.
He may be on his way back to the wheel, but he'd hunt me down in the next life if I let Paradise go to the dogs in his absence. So for now, that means helping you get to the city, and hopefully shedding some light on the Dream Scourge. But what about you? What's your stake in things? Besides your orders, of course.
Ich nehme es erst, ich möchte einfach helfen.
Someone once told me you need more than a little crazy.
Wir sind mal einfach nett.
I get the feeling you'll fit right in. I'll let you get some rest, but thanks for talking. It's good to be part of a squad again, even if it's just for a while.
So.
Say.
Wir machen erstmal das zweite, das interessiert mich nämlich auch.
Vivid dreams, and start confusing them with reality. What starts as a light daze becomes severe disorientation and eventually a bent towards chaotic violence. And then, fungal growths take over your body. So Dream Scourge. Well, you seem pretty lucid to me. I wouldn't worry. Still, if you see any new mushrooms sprouting up anywhere unexpected, let me know. Until then, look on the bright side. The Living Lands is filled with people and things that are likelier to kill you.
Ich habe jetzt mal das runtergenommen.
It's the gateway to the Living Lands, a scenic port city that's as beautiful and dangerous as the wilds around it. Most visitors enjoy some mariner's porridge at the Ballarrock, a back alley shakedown, and then the sudden return of that porridge out of one end or the other. If they've got any sins, they turn around and take their chances back where they came from, with authentic tales of their adventures in the Living Lands.
Ich nehme mal das erste.
Because it's great at winnowing out people who have no business being here. The Living Lands means a hard-won second chance for the people who settle here. But first, you've got to survive it. And the island gives no quarter.
Aber zunächst mal. Ich nehme als Oberer.
The Living Lands is a last resort. They come fleeing war, debt, famine, the law. Take your pick. It's freedom. To seek glory, to redefine yourself, to live in a way you can't, maybe even on pain of death wherever you come from.
Ich nehme erstmal das unter.
Oh, little of everything. Rawatai is famous for storms and rocky soil, so I figured if you were to live in a hostile environment, Why not pick some place where things grow? Like a good idea at the time. Used to be, if you could last out here, you could count on being left alone.
Okay.
Dangers in the wilds is nothing new out here, but something about the Dream Scourge is. And if that weren't enough, a lot of people aren't too keen on Adir's presence and affiliations out here. Ilgard's new embassy and his alliance with the Steel Garrote smell like the
Ich will doch nur
that a
helfen.
lot of people came here to leave behind. But I don't mean to put that on you. I imagine you're tired of having to answer for every Adiran who sneezes into somebody's stew.
Mach mal.
Shoot.
Fragen wir die Sachen auch mal durch.
6 years ago now. I guess I was drifting, looking for a change. A settlement called Thirdborn. It's a rugged little place, lots of Rawatayan expatriates. It really was. Anyway, we were talking about something else, yeah? I joined up with the Rawatayan Navy as soon as I was old enough. I was part of our campaign to establish a foothold in the Deadfire Archipelago. Part of a long-term effort to reclaim our ancestral homeland and feed Rawatai from Deadfire's fertile soil. I believed in that mission. Additionally, we were helping Deadfire, bringing organization to the pirate-ridden archipelago and civilization to our distant Wana cousins. To Adir bringing order and civilization to our lawless frontier? Then I hope you learn from my mistakes faster than I did. The Huana didn't want us there. We spent almost as much time fighting the tribes as we did pirates and Wilder.
Okay.
It was hard to see how any of our fighting and dying was feeding people back home. I'd always heard that war was supposed to temper us, strengthen us, but I didn't see that either. Fell apart. Some bought into the cruelty that our continued presence required. Others didn't buy into it, but went along with it anyway. And that bothered me more somehow. I deserted. And I bounced between different mercenary companies for almost 10 years.
Nee, der ist der Erste.
Not all of us catch on so quick. Besides, there were only so many options for a Rawatayan deserter with no training and anything else. As a mercenary, I figured I could at least choose my battles and my crew. I ended up here, didn't I? It was more of the same. The only comfort was being part of a squad. By the time I came to the Living Lands, I'd seen enough. Had enough. I did. Yeah. For a while. Look, if I can give you some hard-won advice, stay on your toes. You're in a difficult position.
Ich finde den nett. Unser Begleiter K. Ich finde den bis jetzt ganz nett.
One who has to live with the consequences. Hey, advice is easy. The hard part's all you. gave it away. My finely pointed teeth.
Wir nehmen es mal noch alle anderen Sprachen.
My people are known to roam. Rauatai is hardly a hospitable environment. Many of us end up settling elsewhere or making a living on the go. That's where you get the popular image of the Amawa bodyguard or mercenary. Don't sell me short. I've also been a drifter, a middling carpenter, and a terrible card player. We should play sometime. I'll show you. Must have come during our sunny season. Lashed by storms and battered by waves. We call it the rough country.
Es ist so interessant, was der jetzt sagt.
Who we are. Fit right in with the Ranganui's inner circle. It's true that the same things that make Rauatai
Ich habe jetzt mal das zweite genommen.
have shaped our people and our kingdom. Our coral masons have built living harbors and fortifications along the coast to protect our ships and shelter our cities. For all our shortage of fertile soil, Rauatai's land is abundant in saltpeter, copper, iron, most of the other materials you need to outfit your military with weapons and cannons. We value struggling and striving together. It helped us survive and build one of the most powerful navies in Aora.
Nehmen wir mal das unter.
That's what I said when I left.
Also, dann machen wir das.
What's on your mind? Good thing you're asking the expert. What do you want to know?
Dann haben wir soweit alles.
Knight, envoy.
Aber man kann das auch noch weiter aufwerten. Oh, interessant. Ja, verlassen. Dann wollen wir mal. Ja, in die Richtung ist so. Okay, die geht echt kaputt.
The so-called godless people disappeared centuries ago, but left plenty of ruins to remember them.
Ah, okay. So. Jeder Gegenstand. Okay. Ah.
Right flank! You're gonna regret Gotta find some better armor. Find a better weapon.
Wo bin ich denn jetzt hier reingestolpert? Einfach irgendwo.
Coming from your right.
Da.
Ich sag so.
On your right. Good one. I was just getting warmed up.
Die Kiste mal hier auf. Ist das schlecht? Das ist sowas. Nein. Ja. Betäubung 10, physischer Schaden 24. Und was sagst du? Ja. Das ist ein Dolch, ja, ist das ein Dolch? Bleiben wir doch lieber beim Schwert. Ja, ja, das ist ein Dolch. Wir können ja auch einmal speichern eben. Ja. So, nein, andersrum. So. Hier ist eine Leiter. Was da oben ist, kann man aber. Ich will erstmal. Hast du?
Despite the name, the Living Lands isn't an easy place to make a life, but it breeds resourcefulness.
Bootleg wine have to do with
Hide it under the wine and nobody will look for it. Honestly, it's...
How did you get in there?
2 guards, wine, and a dead body. There's a story here.
Bon and I caught this man trying to load a crate onto the lift. Turned out, he was smuggling animancy equipment.
So we've closed this lift down, as a precaution.
Of course not. We asked what he was carrying. Then he drew a knife.
It clearly wasn't expecting us. The locals must turn a blind eye to these things.
In the meantime, sorry, you'll have to go back to the main road.
Haven't searched him yet. We were only meant to be keeping watch, you understand? You're welcome to take a look if you think you'll find anything useful.
I'll ask you to refrain from using the lift, though.
Well, since you're the envoy, I suppose we can't stop you.
But if you bring so much as an Audra stone with you, we'll find out.
You're mine now. Next one. Watch the left.
Jetzt erstmal hier gucken.
Cheap fertile land is too good to be true, you said. If you came all this way
Kann
from
ich dir vielleicht helfen?
might as well get back on your ship and leave. The problem is we've been conned out of our life savings.
A gentleman sold us his farm, sight unseen, of course. He boasted of making a fortune off the living lands.
We risked everything for this opportunity, but the place is in shambles and the earth is barren. As if we could afford to move. Price of land has tripled since the Adirans arrived.
Okay.
So do we find a way to squeeze life out of this dead farm? Or do we cut our losses? Oh my goodness! This is more than enough for seed. And we'll need workers for tilling the soil.
One thing at a time, my love. I don't know how to thank you.
Wir haben den jetzt.
You want us to farm. We'll farm. Our first harvest is dedicated to Adir, and that's a promise.
You know, sometimes it's kinder not to give people false hope.
Ich war mal nett und hab denen geholfen. Ja, ihr seid ja lustig. Aha, sie sehen Kühe außer in der Welt aus.
Envoy? Nothing to report.
Dann nehmen wir den Fahrstuhl. Wieder. So. Hier hoch. Ah. Mal was hier ist. Normalerweise. Okay. Hier ist nichts. Okay. Dann können wir wieder zurück. Ja. Tschüss, du. Danke für mich. Nee. Ja, wir haben 1100 Gold.
Hope you don't mind spiders. Nice shot! Here we go! That's one for us.
Ja. Gehen wir da mal rein. Ich hoffe, ja. Es ist egal. Ich hoffe, ich bereue das nicht.
This one's mine. Nice! Didn't stand a chance!
So.
Good fighting.
So. Sammeln wir das alles mal ein. So. Ach. So, da komme ich nicht durch. Da kann ich mich hier rausladen. Karte kann ich die Schnellreise nehmen. Ich kann keine bekommen. Wie komme ich jetzt hier wieder raus? Das
Next one's mine.
Das war jetzt ein wenig. Nee, das war irgendwie. Die war ein wenig gruselig. Da sind wir eben hier reingestopft. Aber das will dann alles nehmen, danke. Okay, dann mal wieder aus der Höhle raus. Das war nicht so meine. Das haben wir aber gut geschafft, auch wenn es gerade etwas. Ja, ich hab's nicht so mit Effekten und so. So. Lädt und lädt und lädt und lädt. Das Spiel macht aber ein bisschen sehr viel Spaß. Okay. Da waren wir gerade drin. An der Wand hängt dann hängen Fischer doch wieder. Das ist ja toll. Schild. An der Wand hängende Fischtrophäe. An dieser Holztafel ist ein bemerkenswerter kleiner Fisch ausgestellt. Okay. Ah, okay. Ich will jetzt mal hier gucken.
First get no leaves, letters won't turn up.
Wenn ich dir irgendwie helfe.
I'd heard a godlike had come to Paradise.
Oh, hey, Sansa. Comes on a little strong, that's all. She doesn't bite.
But to meet you, what an honor. Who is your patron? Were you drawn to this place? A godlike of unknown provenance. Even more interesting.
Who knows? Perhaps you'll find the answers you're looking for here. Listen, you haven't been to the wilds east of the city, have you?
Schluck.
I assume that's a no? Then have you seen a cartographer in the area?
So.
Human, about my height.
Hast du davon gehört, dass
He must have gone farther than I thought. His name is Girmund. He's my assistant, and I'm worried about him. I sent him to map the eastern wilds. I knew it would be perilous, but it's been a long time since he's written, even for him. Bandits, smugglers, spiders with eyes as big as plates.
You know how many so-called adventurers I've saved out there?
It's an intrepid occupation.
3 this month.
As I said, if you find him and bring me his map, I'll be glad to pay you for it. I may even have more work for you. When he last wrote, he was mapping the eastern ruins. Take the letter. It might help. If you find him, bring his work to my shop in Paradise Town. You're welcome anytime. I have quite the assortment of curios. Maybe you'll even buy one of my maps.
Well, that's our marching orders then.
wir speichern jetzt mal. Oh.
Oh, it's a long walk down here from northern Paradise. Whew.
Dann sie von dort darauf hinter.